Hey guys, back again. So right now I'm going to take you guys to the local aquarium shop. I actually went yesterday. I'm just kind of filming this intro so that you guys have a segue into the video. And essentially what I tried to do was record, and of course being mindful of others in the store. Record what they have at this local aquarium shop. Now, this is probably, I would say, the largest aquarium store within a 4 or 5 hour vicinity. So this is the best it gets within my area. Now, in a prior video, we had visited a competitor. It was a much smaller shop, and they had a lot less fish and a lot less coral. And I went, you'll see as we walk through, you'll see that they have ample stock and they restock more or less every week. But that said, I picked up a couple of goodies there, and you'll see those in some of our upcoming videos here that I'm going to release. So the next video after this one is going to get into what I actually picked up at the store. And there was a couple of things there in the tank. I'm not going to showcase them all. If you look closely, you might be able to see a new add-on. If you think you know what it is, punch it in the comments. But that said, guys, it's an amazing store. I want you guys to have a look at some of the stock that they have, both livestock and coral. And so I'm going to go ahead and take us there now. And if there's something that you see in the video that, livestock-wise or coral-wise, that's rare, catches your eye, punch it in the comments, right? Like maybe there's livestock here, where I live in Canada, Western Canada, that perhaps is not available in your local shop. So if that's the case, please let us know, right? I mean, if you see something that's unique or special within the video, would love to hear it in the comments. At any rate, let's go and have a look. All right, guys, welcome to the local aquarium shop. Now, bear in mind here, this is probably, I would say, the largest saltwater aquarium store where I live here in Western Canada. You see, this beautiful display tank that we have, more or less at the front of the store. They keep it next to their equipment. You saw the fluval tanks there on the right-hand side. They had the Evo. This is actually where I bought my tank. So I'm just kind of checking it out here, trying to be casual about it. But as you can see, there's many, many beautiful coral inside this tank. Mushrooms, likely some unique fish in there, to be honest. Oh wow, there's a beautiful zoa there. I tried to get that in the picture. And guys, is this an anemone, this giant thing? I believe it is, because I see a clownfish slowly surface from it here in a moment. Now you see him kind of hiding out in there, but he's in there. And so here we're moving on to some torches, and I think they call them gonies. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I tried to get as much of it. There was an anemone there, around $300. These guys, they're various sizes, right? So depending on the size, you're paying either $20 to $50, and then with the torches we start to move up depending on what they are. The neon green ones and the dragon torch tend to be the more expensive ones. Now, the torch in my tank, the non-colored one, that's where I actually pick these guys up. And when we get home, you'll see, I did pick up a few things today. These look to be mushrooms. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have any of these in my tank, but if I do get them, what do you guys do? Do you actually affix them to a rock? Do you put them on the sand bed? Like, what's best practice here with these guys? Because they're flat and wide, and just don't have a lot of experience there. You saw some zoas, larger colonies of zoas. Trying to go, I don't even know what that guy is, but I believe he's a mushroom, and there's a bit of a pricing list, right? I tried, it was a little bit too fast. As I said, I got to be discreet in here because there are lots of people. There's some larger colonies of coral. These are probably, I don't even want to guess, but I would say anywhere from $150 and up. And here I have one of these guys in my tank. You guys know that. I think I have a 2-branch one, the candy cane. There's assorted zoa colonies for about $100. Do you guys think that's fair pricing given that size? I don't know, you guys tell me. I to be honest, I don't know too much about pricing. I just kind of buy periodically, thinking what would complement my tank in a nice way, and at the end of the day not crash it. So there's some of the local pricing for some of this coral. And as you can see, there's no shortage. Here's again some larger colonies. The beautiful starfish there in the background. And it's very calming. You know, I always thought, oh man, this would be such a nice place for a kid to work. Or not a kid, just a kid, anyone really. But there we go. Here we're getting in to see some livestock. And yeah, they have a pretty wide assortment of fish. Typically there's a lot more clownfish. I think they were waiting to restock. And typically the tanks are just full of clownfish. I think the most expensive fish I've seen in this store is around $1,800, but there could be more expensive ones. Guys, what is this? I just thought it looked so cool. So these guys aren't actually for sale, they're just in the tank. Well, the fish themselves are not. And here's some bubble coral and some more decorative coral. I think that's called a blue tang if I'm not mistaken. I'd never seen these cattlefish. Those are so cool. Wish I could get them, but tank's a little small, unfortunately. These guys are so cool, but I understand that if I put them in my tank, again, they're too big. Oh, there's a pistol shrimp, I believe. No, that was a scooter. Scooter blenny, not a pistol. Looked similar to the pattern on it. But yes, I'm envious of all of you with really big tanks because I'd love to have one of these bigger fish and have them be a part of my ecosystem. There's a few more clownfish. Is this typical, guys, or do stores have way more stock? Like, what do your stores look like? There's some beautiful clownfish there. And over here, this is actually where I got my pistol shrimp. They're pretty empty, but these were pom-pom crabs. He was in there. I actually had them open it up, but he was missing his pom-pom. So this tank here actually
I'll bring the livestock to the front first.
Okay, guys, we are now back. As I said, I'm not going to tell you what I picked up. You're going to have to look and watch the next video. I've picked up more than one thing. One item in here might be really obvious that wasn't in here in the tank, so you guys can call that out. But that said, I'm going to link the video right above. You can just click into it and go ahead and check out the unboxing of the livestock and the coral, and essentially me acclimatizing them and releasing them into the aquarium. At any rate, guys, hope you enjoyed the tour of the store and the livestock and the coral. And as I said, if there was anything there that caught your guys' ads, call it out in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.